Hey everybody, welcome to the Russell Bees channel. Today I'm going to be changing things up a little bit and we're going to be talking about chickens. So I've got two situations going on right now with my chickens and I'm hoping to fix both of those situations today. So let's dig in and figure this out. So here at the house where we're renting, we've got two chicken setups. So we have these three chickens here. They are in this A-frame. This is the first chicken coop that I had. So frankly, it's a little bit too small for three chickens. They don't complain too much, but I feel like they should be probably laying eggs by now, and they are not. And part of the reason they have not been laying eggs is because I think they're cramped. So I built this chicken coop, which is a much bigger chicken coop. This was inspired by the SSL Family Dad YouTube channel. This part here is supposed to be the back part. The actual coop itself is supposed to be on stilts. I did not do that part. I'm planning on doing that part later when we get it out to the farm. But yeah, so this was designed for 6 chickens. So I have 3 currently. I've got the 2 white ones. I have a brown one also inside the coop, and that's part of the next situation that we're going to talk about. But I bought these 3 to add with these 3. So some of you may know where I'm heading with this. When you have established chickens and you try to add new chickens to the mix, things do not always go the way you want it to. So I actually had these white chickens. I had them first in this coop. This was my original coop, like I said. Started with 2 white chickens, had them for a little bit, went to the farm store, saw the brown chicken, bought that, brought it home, tossed it in to the coop here with the other white chickens that I have over here, and needless to say, they were not excited about it. So they basically had her, she was almost dead. I had to separate the coop here. I put a divider in between in the middle and basically brought that one back to life. By putting a divider in the middle, they were able to see her, get used to her a little bit, and when I brought the divider down about a week later, they still checked her out a little bit and maybe attacked her a time or two, but they were very much more accepting of her. So I was able to fix that situation. So what I read was, if you're gonna add new chickens to established chickens, if you have 3 established, you should also add 3 new. That way they kind of 3 versus 3, they can kind of work things out. So I did that and it did not work out well. So the brown chicken that you can't see in this coop here in front of me basically attacked all 3 of these. So the one that I basically brought back to life and saved her life from the 2 white chickens turned out to be the biggest bully of all. So that was fun. So I went ahead and put them back into this coop. We got these chicks as baby chicks. So we've raised them from babies to what you see now. These chicks started off basically a couple weeks from being able to lay eggs. So issue number 1 is I need to get those 3 chickens in this pen so they can spread out and hopefully start laying eggs. Issue number 2, which is kind of forcing my hand with adding these chickens into this coop, is I have a Broody Chicken. So let's go over here and check her out. Broody hen. So there is our Broody hen. As you can see, she is sitting on the eggs, which maybe you think, yeah, isn't that what a chicken's supposed to do? Let's talk about that for a second. So a chicken does not have to have a rooster to lay eggs, which some people don't know that. But they do have to have a rooster in order to produce baby chicks. So the problem is hens don't know that necessarily. They don't get to read the same books that we read, so they can still think that they can hatch eggs without a rooster. So it's their instinct, it's their, natural makeup. They basically make the decision that, hey, I'm going to lay on these eggs and hatch them, even though there's no possible way that those eggs are going to be able to be hatched. So my plan is very simple. I am going to first close this door because it's starting to rain a little bit. I am going to take these chickens out of there, put them into here, and I'm going to put the broody hen out of this coop and into this coop by herself. So she hasn't laid eggs for probably, I don't know, 2 weeks at this point. But what she's doing is the other two are still laying eggs, so she's sitting on their eggs, which is very common. A hen that gets broody, she doesn't care to sit on other eggs, and usually she'll steal their eggs. So it causes issues having a broody hen. First of all, she's not laying, which is what I need her to do, and she also can kind of get in fights with the other two because she's taking up the space that they typically like to sit in. A broody hen usually only gets up maybe once or a couple times in a day to eat and to use the bathroom, and then she's right back in there, and she's wanting to sit on those eggs as long as she can. The funny thing is, I'm sure there's going to be a point where I would love to have a broody hen, get some fertilized eggs and put them under her, but at this point I do not need one, so I need to break her. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can break a broody hen, and my game plan at this point is basically, which is an awful pun here, but to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and get these girls in the big coop so they can start getting equated to that. I'm hoping that with 3 of them versus the 2 white ones, they'll figure it out. You've heard before of a pecking order. I can tell you from experience watching these birds in action, that is an absolute true thing. There's certainly a pecking order with chickens. I feel like right now, if this brown hen wasn't broody, she'd be out here and you'd be seeing that she is in charge of this coop. She typically was the one that was going to get, if I threw scraps in there, food scraps, vegetable scraps, whatever, she was typically going to be the first one to take a look at it before the other 2 got a chance to. But anyways, so again, she's broody, plus she's the bully. So by putting her in there, hopefully I'll break her brood, and I will get these chickens and my 3 new chickens acquainted with each other by the time I put her back in with the group. That's kind of my hope and my plan. So let's see how this goes. All right, guys, so to be honest, this could be probably really hilarious to watch me try to get these 3 chickens into the big coop. Reason being, there's not a really good way to get them out of the coop without just completely lifting it up and letting them run around, and then me go and catch them. So catching them is the fun part. So let's see how this goes. The main thing about catching a chicken is you just have to decide to catch it. You want in there? Go ahead. So what I didn't say before I put them in there, I put the white ones into the coop, and I let the door down so that they would be in there. So step 2 now is going to be to let them back out, and then we're going to get the broody hen into the coop by herself. So as you can see, the other 3 are having flashbacks from the last time they were in here. It didn't go well for them, so they're already deciding to basically protect their heads and keep it from getting pecked. So we'll see what happens here for a couple minutes, a couple seconds actually. The last time they were in there, the white chickens didn't really mind too much, but the brown chickens certainly did. So we'll see if they're gonna get a little fighting going on here. That's kind of a dominance thing there. Get big, flap them wings, strut around a little bit. Look at me, I'm a big deal, you're not, that kind of thing. Schoolyard bully tactics. At the end of the day, these girls have to get acquainted one way or the other. So as the girls continue to get used to each other, let's go ahead and move the broody hen into her own coop, as you see behind me here. So one of the things with the broody hen, as you go to pick her up, or really get closer at all, she'll make a noise, sometimes like a hiss. So I wanted to kind of show you what she does. So she makes that noise, and the closer you get, the more she'll make that noise. And she's probably going to peck me too. That's kind of part of the deal. So they get very protective when they're broody. So I wanted to show you guys what that looks like as well. So let's get this girl out of here. "11 minutes later." After like 10 minutes chasing this silly thing, I finally got it. Not sure I should admit that, but hey. All right, guys. So we will see how this goes. So as you can see, she's making all kinds of noise. She is not happy being all by her lonesome there, as you guys can see. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it breaks her brood. Hopefully she's not a bully when we put her back in with the rest of them. They seem to be doing okay. Hopefully they'll assimilate pretty quick here and all get together and be hunky-dory. I'll be making a couple more chicken videos kind of talking about what you see there. So if I haven't made them yet, I will soon. And I'll make links for you guys to be able to check that out. Hope you enjoyed the change of pace here today, talking about chickens. Again, we'll be expanding our chicken adventure hopefully at the farm eventually. But as for now, hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you please would. We're over 100 subscribers now, so if you're watching this video in real time here in July of 2019, we just hit 100, so that's super excited. Hopefully we continue that and we continue to climb the subscribers. So appreciate you guys and have a great day. God bless.